2020 been a fucked up year. If there's anyone that can argue that, I'm gonna call you a dip fuck. First of all, we had the swine Ebola come in out of fucking nowhere. Then these murdering hornets that I still have not fucking seen. And then the whole world, primarily the US, is in an uproar over crooked ass cops doing what crooked ass cops do. I deal with crooked ass cops all the fucking time, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've got an entire fucking story I plan to release about the fucking corrupted ass system that I deal with. But I don't want to say amazing, I don't want to say miraculous, but it's fucking insane. Nah, insane doesn't fit it. Crazy? Slightly crazy. It's slightly crazy where this country's at right fucking now over these crooked ass cops. Don't get me wrong. I believe that we need to fight back against this system. They forgot their fucking place. Did you know that a cop and most of the colleagues that surround that position are actually entitled as public employees? That's right. You're a civil servant, bitch. You work for us, the taxpayers. We pay your salary, bitch. You know, when it comes to this Black Lives Matters thing, when it first popped off, I was like, I support it. Anyone who fights for the survival of their people, I can support. I actually make this argument the entire fucking time. I'm like, do you really, if you break it down, do you really realize, how many similarities there are in the Black Panthers and the Klan? And every single time someone looks at me like, how fucking dare you? But I'm like, really? If you look at this shit, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying they're the exact same, but there's a lot of similarities. Why? I mean, they're about their fucking people. Now, what fucked me up with Black Lives Matter is inevitably the self-centered fucks ended up taking the self-centering position, making it seem like only Black Lives Matter. But that's where people start getting the whole, damn, dude, we get the fucking points. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying any of this is the way that I fucking feel. What I'm saying is I can understand. It's one of the things I like about life is I like to look at shit and I like to understand. I was scrolling Facebook, I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, and I seen a comment that was involved in an argument, or there was an argument involving this subject, rather. And one of these individuals, I'm going to be honest with you, regardless of how it makes me sound, I'm going to be honest. The way that this name was spelled, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't know if this was a man or a woman or what it was. But this individual was arguing on the behalf of Black Lives Matter, and they made the comment, no one ever said only Black Lives Matter. Y'all are taking it that way. Now granted, there's a lot of these inconsiderate pieces of fucks who are out here that's kind of presenting only Black Lives Matter, but I will give the respect of no one ever actually straight up came out and said only Black Lives Matter. They standing up like, yo, we do. And I'm like, all right, you know what? That perspective in, who can argue? If you can argue that point, you a piece of shit. Let's just be real about that. If you can argue past the statement that I just made right there, you are a piece of shit. You are probably a racist. You are everything that they're accusing you of. And when I say there, I'm not trying to sound like a fucking racist. I'm just saying the individuals. Moving on. I got this sent to me a couple of different times. The date will be July 7th, 2020. We are calling it Blackout Day. I'm sorry, I thought it was Blackout Friday. I guess I was mixing up Black Friday and Blackout Day. Now let me skim over this, okay? Instead of just diving into the whole thing. Apparently on July 7th, 2020, we are intending to fuck up the economy intentionally. In America, when not one black person in America spends $1, this includes, now hold on, let me stop right there. It says not one black person in America spends $1. Then the following sentence is, this includes Africans, Native Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanics, ... all people of color. So I'm finally not a white boy? My entire life, I've been called a white boy. And I have argued, no, I have Native American blood in me. Everything that you see where you think I look like a Mexican or a Puerto Rican, that's your racial standpoint thinking all of us look alike. That's actually the reason why I use the term black. I won't say African American. Why? Because black people could be Haitian Americans, they could be Jamaican Americans. When you say African Americans, you're saying all y'all look alike. But now, at the end of the world, the apocalypse is coming in. Like, we are experiencing fucking plague-like situations here, people. Like, swap out the locusts for some fucking murdering hornets. What do we got? We are at the biblical apocalypse, and I'm finally not a white boy anymore. Oh shit, there is a God. I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of pissed me off a little bit. But before I continue, I also love how I've said this multiple times. God rest. God, I'm not even that much of a religious person, but God rest my mentor, Travis Coulter. I used to say this to him all the time. You say, man, I'm a man of color. He says, dude, isn't that a little racist? Like, a man of color? And we would have this funny argument back and forth. I'm not disrespecting my mentor. I love that motherfucker. I loved him. He is sitting right over here. But we would have this funny argument left and right all the time about whether or not me claiming to be a man of color was a racist situation, a racist statement. And now we're just putting it on blast on the internet, calling all people of color. You're included this time, dick. Together we have $3.9 trillion in economic spending power. So that would be, what they're saying here is $10,684,931,506.80 is going to cost per day next time a person of color gets shot. We will call it Blackout Day 2020, July 7th. Please spread the message and let's show real action that they fear. United we stand, divided we fall. I have personally dealt with a lot of corruption here. My entire life has been shattered by the corrupted bullshit here in Limestone and or Morgan County, Alabama. Because I've had to bounce between the two, just trying to be an adult, running away from the fucking bullshit that keeps following me. And these motherfuckers have completely ruined my life. And at no point in time has anyone really stepped up to help me. Now you want me to keep my money in my pocket for a call of action. Well, apparently I've been a man of color, but it only fucking matters when you need it to, right? Let me tell you something right now, motherfucker. I got a watermelon in my kitchen. Like, I ain't gonna lie about who I am. You know how many different ways a motherfucker can cook a chicken? Like, I got 8 years of culinary experience. You know how much fucking chicken a motherfucker could throw down? I ain't too much on the grape Kool-Aid. I'm gonna be real with you on that one. Like, artificial grape is some bullshit. Real grapes is alright. But here in the apocalypse, it's don't spend your money. You are one of us now. Is this some Cat Williams shit? Come on in, white people. Some ramen noodles on the stove. So for those of you who want to support this shit, and not go through the protests or the riots or whatever the fuck it is. And don't get me wrong, I kind of support both sides of that. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think y'all should burn down your own fucking homes. I don't think y'all should burn down your fucking community. But all the retaliation that's coming against all these cops and shit, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been a part of it. I'm not telling anyone to do it, so my personal opinion here is not illegal. Fuck any of y'all. I feel like y'all deserve it. I do. You know how many of you crooked ass cops, judges, and all you fucks, the DAs and shit. I've had the DA out here use my fucking juvenile record against me. Of course there's some crooked ass bitches. On some real shit, I'm just saying, on some real shit. Next time you hear about a cop got torched in his fucking car, you need to ask, did he really deserve it? Did he actually rape someone and use his badge to get over it? Next time you hear a judge got shot walking out of his fucking house, I don't know. Did he take the children away from a loving father and put them in the household with a woman who has nothing but dope addicts and fucking sex offenders around him? I'm not saying that makes him right. Just saying maybe the federal government could step in and fulfill their obligation to the American people and stop these corrupted ass individual states. Make everything better for the citizens of the U.S. of fucking A. My name is Brandon Swanger. This is The Apocalypse, so I am now officially considered a man of color, and I approve this message. By the way, if nobody got it, I know I look Hispanic. I know I look Mexican, Puerto Rican. But in case you did not catch it, I'm an So officially, in The Apocalypse, I'm a man of color now.